So hi, Will Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
When you're watching this, it'll be Monday, but it's Saturday for us. So
happy Saturday, Monday.
Yeah, manifesting good energy on Monday.
Yeah.
Hoping you're having a fantastic Monday. Rough start to Saturday over here on our end, but you know, we're getting the vibes going. I'm seeing Chevelle and Return to Dust tonight, so
that's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah, I'm vibing, man. I'm enjoying the Saturday vibe so far, you know?
Yeah, damn right.
But yeah, that's the gig I got tonight. But just jumping right into it, I've been to like 1,700 gigs. I think I've spent more time at a venue in the past week and a half than I have at home. Been a lot of shows.
Let's hear 'em.
Yeah. So what was this? Last Thursday, I guess. We're going back to the 25th.
Christ, you have to look at a fucking
Yeah, I'm up here looking at my last FM or my setlist FM, looking at what shows I went to, making sure I get the dates right. August 25th, not August, July 25th. I saw Christian Sparaccio at Asbury Lanes. Went there, to help him out with his merch as well. So I wasn't really watching necessarily, as the merch is like in line with the stage and the stage is set back. So I got to see Christian and not his entire band perform. But yeah, it was a good show. It was the biggest show I've seen Christian play. He rocked the venue socks off, metaphorically. So that was good. So that was a fun time. And then Friday, we're moving on to the 26th now. I was at Blink-182, Pierce the Veil, and Astronoid. Did not care for Astronoid. They were like a stoner rock kind of band, and we've had some stoner rock bands on the podcast, and I do enjoy it from time to time, but this just felt a little out of place
with the lineup
at a Blink-182 concert, where like I wasn't even in my head thinking I'm seeing three bands. I'm at a Pierce the Veil headliner, and Blink-182 is just happening to come on afterwards for some reason.
They're just closing the show for whatever reason.
Yeah, they're just, being the nice guys on the local bill that are just finishing the show off. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. But, Pierce the Veil is the main attraction. So I was just like, come on, guys, But I will say I appreciate Blink-182, using this big stage they've got. They've got a 360 stage, so the entire venue plus the floor is sold. Every show sold out. Like whatever the venue holds are there. Like it's there is no seat closed off.
Oh wow.
So I respect them using this massive stage to spotlight family, because Landon Barker was on some dates, friends. You've got bands like Hot Milk and presumably this band, friends of the band, bands that they like, things like that. They gave Live Without, which is the What the Fuck Is Up Denny's band, the Texas shows.
I saw that. It's like,
using this massive stage to spotlight smaller bands that otherwise wouldn't get this opportunity is fucking rad. So whether or not I like the band, I saw they had like 11,000 monthlies on Spotify, and I'm like, well, it's fucking rad that Blink-182 gave them the chance and the opportunity to be on the stage right now, playing at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. So that was pretty fucking cool, whether or not I was a fan of their live set. Pierce the Veil, again, fucking stupid that they're playing on a bill like this to this many people. Totally deserved, but fucking stupid, because the last time I saw them there were like 5,000 people, and this time there were 20,000 people.
Fucking ridiculous. Like, not all of you like Pierce the Veil, right? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and keep in mind, Pierce the Veil headliner, Blink-182 is just being nice and closing it off.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was super rad. I know they headlined arenas, but like a little bit like the not the massive ones, like the ones that only have the one ring around seating.
So where they close it off.
Either close it off or they don't even have a second level. So like an arena, but a smaller arena. So there's still like 10,000 people, but the place doesn't hold 20,000. Nothing to scoff at. But they were out headlining some smaller arenas. in the fall. So it makes sense that they're now headlining the big boy ones, the ones that seat 25,000 people, you know? So that was fucking cool to see. And then Blink-182, you know, they went out, they rocked it for an hour and a half. A lot less vulgar this time with the sex jokes.
The fuck?
Which I was okay with because it kept the show moving. And it does get... I understand it's their brand, but at some point it's like, all right, guys, shut the fuck up and just play the song.
You're like 50 years old.
Like, the toilet high school humor ain't funny from a 50-year-old. Like, let's keep the show moving. No, it's kind of creepy. It's like a creepy uncle thing. It's like, shouldn't you be saying that? Yeah, so they... it got, you know... Like, I literally turned to Sam, said, oh, it's less vulgar than it was last time. And then the rest of the night was when they picked it up. Like, I guess I jinxed it. I don't know.
It's like they remembered. They heard you and they went, oh, shit, we haven't made any dick jokes yet.
But, yeah, they put on a good show. They kept it moving, so that was cool. And then that Saturday, July 27th, I was at Starland Ballroom at the Adobe Radio Summer School Tour, which had... Let Down, Honey Revenge, the home team, Stand Atlantic, Scene Queen, and Magnolia Park. Listen, Gloria, I don't mean to be like, this is the best time ever, but it's some of the most fun I've had at a show in a while.
I'm so happy to hear it.
It's just like, you know, I was missing the like festival vibe on my calendar this year, like the touring festival vibe, deciding not to go to Sad Summer. So, you know, being able to go to this indoors, not sweating my ass off, love that.
Yeah.
You know, filled the void that Sad Summer left in my calendar, even though obviously Sad Summer is going on, and if you like those bands, you should totally go to that festival as well. Just, you know, I'm sick and tired of the same lineup every year. That's why I'm not going. So I thought it was a good time. Let Down was cool. Honey Revenge, always a fun show. The home team, fucking incredible as always. Stand Atlantic, fantastic. Scene Queen, you know, man, pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it. I was shaking ass the whole time.
Hell yeah.
And Magnolia Park closed the night off. They always
really?
Yeah, they always put on a good show. Because they rotate the four headliners. Like, Let Down always plays first, Honey Revenge always plays second, and then the headliners rotate.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a good time. They had the two video screens, so like in between it was kind of like Trinity of Terror, where they played other music videos like from the sponsors of the festival.
I fuck with that hard. Yeah, like, that shit's fun.
Like it was funny because I was hanging with Pollyanna for a little bit, and then Jiraiya came up and said hi. He was there.
Aww.
And then on the stage in between one of the bands was Jiraiya's Risk 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 music video, and I'm like, this is Jiraiya
like,
Inception.
Wait a minute.
Like I just saw him and now he's on the stage, his music video is playing. But they, you know, they had all sorts of sponsors, so all of those labels and distribution sponsors, their artists were playing. So that was cool. Overall a fun time. If it's coming through your area and you like those bands, you should be there. Support it so that festival keeps kicking. There were a lot of people there. I expected to do well, but when I walked in and the entire venue was full already and the first band wasn't even on yet, I was like blown away by how well it was doing. Like I knew these bands were going to sell well in a package, but I did not expect that many people when I walked in the venue. Like I figured it would be like the trickle-in effect, but I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Everyone was there.
You missed that. Yeah,
everyone was there for every single artist, so that was super cool. Not a lot of people left in between either. You know, by the end of the night, you know, 6-band bill, like Magnolia Park, the crowd had thinned out a little bit, but overall it stayed pretty packed the entire night.
That's good.
And then this past Tuesday, saw Limp Bizkit with
Biscuit Bumpin'.
I was Biscuit Bumpin'. Support from Bones, Nate No Face, Corey Feldman, and Riff Raff was supposed to be hosting it, but this guy John Carnage hosted instead, and Riff Raff got the chance to rap for 2 songs before Limp Bizkit came on stage.
Was it like a separate set, like just the 2 songs? And I'm like, thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, he was like rapping behind the stage in between sets. like one song, and then they would start the John Carnage bit again.
Wait. So they were like, so it was like off stage rapping,
and then
so it was kind of like hearing in between set
yeah, and
music, but it was like actually him rapping.
And they would play like the video feed from like he was like directly behind the stage, like you could see the curtain behind him. It was weird. The entire thing was weird. The tour's called Loserville, and they played into it hard. So like basically once it started, it wasn't like your normal show where like then the house music comes on in between sets. Like it stayed weird the entire time. Before Corey Feldman comes on, this guy, he calls himself John Carnage, starts sliding down the grass and tumbling and shit, and he's like getting the crowd hyped because he's supposed to be like the host of the night. He's like the host in training or whatever he was calling himself, because Riff Raff is supposed to be hosting it. I don't know where the hell he is at this point.
Yeah.
He just gave up. They hired this other guy. And then Corey Feldman comes on stage, actor from the 80s who is also a music artist now. A lot of people around me were like, I can't believe Corey Feldman's playing. And a lot of people online were like, this is going to be so funny. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, looked into him. My parents knew some of the movies he was in, but I'm not a huge movie guy. But I was looking at his credits, and I'm like, oh, he's one of the voices in Minecraft Story Mode. And I just finished playing through those 2 seasons.
Holy shit!
So I'm like, there you go. That's how I know Corey Feldman. It was atrocious. It was so bad.
I know his face.
Yeah, it was terrible. Bro thinks like he's Michael Jackson the way he was up there dancing. Oh. It was bad. Like
he shouldn't have done that.
Like it was just atrocious, a train wreck. But that's the vibe of this tour, you know. It was something, man. And then Nate No Face comes on, and it's very weird, but probably the most entertaining support set of the night. Like it's just him and beats, but it's like hard style. Like beats, it's fucking weird. And he was just like screaming into the mic and running around the stage for 30 minutes. And it was kind of giving me flashbacks of like the way Jason from Fever 333 runs around stage.
Yeah.
But it's not a band. It's just one guy screaming into a mic, like, just going complete chaos.
And it's not like badass. It's just like kind of sad.
It was cool. It was the most entertaining show set of the support. A lot of people around me were not into it. A lot of people got up because it's very eclectic music, to say the least. Wouldn't listen to it in my free time, that's for sure. And then Bones was the, at this point feeling like the good old trusty rap act that Limp Bizkit always brings on tour with them. Last time I saw them, it was Snot. This time it was Bones, which was billed as Bones, and then Eddie Baker and Xavier Wolf were also there, because like my 3 seconds of Googling, they're all like friends. They're all like in the same group or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But they all... So the set was 30 songs long.
No.
They played for an hour. And it was 30 songs long.
This is the opener?
Yes. They played more songs than everybody else combined, including Limp Bizkit. That's how many songs they played, because they each took turns playing their own songs. So it was billed as Bones. He's the guy on the tour. Eddie Baker was on the poster, like connected to his name, like under him. Weird. Like, okay, cool. Like you're bringing, and then Xavier Wolf was just there too, and they're all in a group together. I don't know, but Bones is not a group. Bones is a guy.
This is giving me a headache, and I wasn't even there.
It gave me a headache trying to figure out why Eddie Baker was doing more songs than the guy billed on the tour.
Yeah, and you're like, what? Why the fuck when did you get on stage?
Because it's not like they were doing all their songs like together. The 2 guys that weren't singing would stand behind the guy that was rapping, just like going like this. While the guy rapping was walking around the stage back and forth, and Eddie Baker was the one that spent the most time in front of everybody.
This show would have pissed me off so bad. I'm gonna be so real. It's just all the random people. It's just the chaos of it. To me, it's not charming. It's just annoying. Like, you guys didn't think this out. You guys didn't think this through, like, at all. It just sounds like a shit show.
Oh, it was.
To be completely honest.
It was, man. It was so bad. Yeah, the support is like 2.5 years of my life, or 2.5 hours of my life. I'm never gonna get back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the support.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Me personally, I probably wouldn't have made his biscuit. I wouldn't have. I would have fucking left, dude.
So finally that was over. The only thing I will say, they kept the show moving, both in regards to the fact that like it was a whole production, so there was either Riff Raff rapping or this guy John Carnage out there hosting. So the changeovers were fast, but then also didn't feel as fast as they were because all the other acts had very stripped down stage setups. Corey Feldman was the only band that played, so they ripped his instruments right off stage, threw Nate No Face and his fucking thing with a laptop on the stage, and he went right up. And then Bones was just a guy on like he had his DJ with him, like in the corner, and his whole. And then, like, a group of people standing behind the DJ for whatever fucking reason. And then the three guys were just standing on the stage. So that was another very easy setup. So Biscuit stuff, their entire stage setup was set up already. So there was no work that had to be done. Because that shit
everything
was not
moving
touched.
Around it. Yeah.
So as soon as John Carnage was done with his last go around of hosting, getting in the crowd, talking to people, which terrible idea, got political fast. Yeah. And then Riff Raff, went up, lip sync 2 songs. The curtains opened and Biscuit started finally. So we kept it moving, Limp Bizkit was off to a slow start. They opened with Break Stuff, okay? Which ballsy as hell.
Fuck yeah.
Biggest
Fuck
song.
Yeah.
I respect any band that will open the set with their biggest song. But it honestly set the tone because I have never felt PNC Bank Art Center actually shake.
Oh, wow.
And we're not an arena. We're not in a building. We're on a slab of concrete that goes up. That's it.
Yeah.
And the place was shaking.
That's fucking crazy.
Which was fucking badass. And then Fred Durst decided that he didn't like all this open space. Because there's
he was real first. Yeah. Like, that's a real person.
Yeah. The stage goes out like this. So they were set up in a line that cut off like the U shape that the stage wraps. And he's like, I don't like all this empty space, man. And then they play another song. And he's like, I still don't like all this empty space, man. And then spends like 7 minutes getting anyone under 12 that's in the venue up on the stage to watch Limp Bizkit on the stage, which I wish I was under 12.
Dude,
I should have said I was.
Like, I'm 11. I'm 11. They're fucking deep ass voice.
So, very cool opportunity for the kids that got to do it. Like, I'm fucking jealous.
They didn't fucking deserve it.
I'm fucking jealous. But it wasted so much time.
Yeah, because you're gathering up all the kids.
Yes.
No, you. Oh.
But once Fred Durst decided what he wanted to do with this portion of the stage, which they got about 2.5 songs into the set, and wasted like almost 20 minutes with this whole kit and caboodle, the set finally got rocking and they played a bunch of songs. So that was good. I thought overall it was a fun show. I saw some people online weren't happy that they didn't play enough deep cuts, or they didn't play any of the first record. I'm like, I don't give a shit. The place was fucking electric. It was awesome.
Man, as long as they played dad vibes, I'm happy.
They did.
Got the swag in the back with the drip. Homie don't trip. La-di-da.
They did. I made sure to get it on our story.
I unmuted it for like half a second, and I went, and then I kept going.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then, so Biscuit was great. The openers not so much, but I was there for Biscuit, so that was okay. And then last night, I was at the hottest show I've ever been to, and not like, wow, that was so cool. Like,
that was so awesome.
I was sweating my ass off standing there, and that's never happened except when I'm outside. And I've been in hot ass venues. August Burns Red, House and Home, and Wilt Wither. Wilt Wither is, you know, a hardcore band from North Carolina. It was cool. I liked it. I had zero expectations. I kind of figured it was going to be two pop punk bands because they had House and Home, and I knew them going in. And then this band just starts playing beatdown shit, and I'm like, okay, like this is fucking sick. And the crowd, of course, was into it. House and Home definitely played into the fact that they are nothing like August Burns Red or like Wilt Wither. And you know, and you know, before they would like play a big instrumental part, they'd be like, better see this pit open the fuck up, and then they would just start like riffing.
yeah
I love it, man. So that was hilarious. And they put on a great show. It was great to finally see them. They're from Richmond, Virginia, so both of these bands had a trek to get up here for these shows, but it was super cool, obviously, to see August Burns Red give the op to some bands like House and Home and like Wilt Wither, because August Burns Red sold the place out on their own, because 500 cap room typically plays Starland 2,500. So, you know, it was definitely rad. I knew, you know, House and Home is on the same management team as August Burns Red, so I saw that connection. I don't know where they found Wilt Wither, but I'm glad they did, because that band was sick. August Burns Red, cool as always. Great show. And it was cool to see them in a room like that. Like, not the biggest August Burns Red fan. No, like, I enjoy some of their stuff, but sometimes it's a little too like Macho Man for me, you know. But always enjoy, you know, listening. When I do, like, seeing them live is always cool. So I was like, even though I'm not super into the band, I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to see a band like that in a room that small.
Room.
So and a band that I kind of like sometimes, depending on the song and the album.
I like them sometimes.
Overall, it was a good time. That's all the gigs I've been to. Sorry it took 20 minutes to get through it, but we're chilling, man.
It was mainly Limp Bizkit. Like, all of that was just Limp Bizkit. I'll be so real.
Well, like, I was trying. I know beforehand I was like gonna try not to spend too much time on the shows, but it's like trying to explain to you the concept of Loserville while also trying to race through everything is literally impossible.
I just can't believe that, like, all of that shit happened. Like, it sounds like just like they had a plan and they just sent a bunch of random people up there and they didn't tell them the plan. So it was just kind of like a bunch of people just like trying to do anything up there. But I
think that was kind of the vibe. Like, it was literally like a homie fest, like everybody's friends of Fred, which I thought was super cool, because, like, you know, I saw a lot of these shows. Like, I respect Fred's vision on this, because I saw a lot of these shows, like, before the tour got started. I was like, is this fucking thing gonna get canceled? Like, there's a lot of fucking seats still available, but like it packed the fuck out. The lawn was sold out, and there were a lot of people in those seats. Like, it was damn near sold out. So, like, Corey Feldman and Riff Raff were not driving the ticket sales, you know, like, that puts a lot of extra pressure on Biscuit. So I respect the hell out of it, even if I had to sit through the entire thing, you know?
I just can't believe Corey Feldman was there. I still have his fucking page up in front of me, and I'm like, that guy toured with Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strange connection, but I mean, all right. Sure. Yeah. Go Fred Durst.
Yeah. And then, as I opened up with tonight, I got Chevelle, Tiger Cub, and Return to Dust. And then, not this Monday, this upcoming Monday when this comes out, next Monday, I'm finally seeing Slipknot again for the first time in 3 years, and he'll be at Belmont.
Yes, finally!
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
We'll be doing another pre-recorded pod. This is for this Monday.
Upcoming Monday.
Yes, and then that'll be the next Monday. I'm getting all confused because we're not in the next week yet when we're recording this. I'm all over the place. But we're jumping into the music here.
Yeah.
A lot of singles. So
maybe too many singles.
Yeah, so many singles. We're in that weird period where, like, there's not a lot of records coming out, but all of the fall album cycles are starting at the same time. So we had a lot of album announcements over the last 2 weeks and a shitload of singles.
Yeah.
But to kick things off, we got the one record that we'll be talking about on this podcast.
The only record.
Yeah. Anberlin dropped their new album, Vega. Now, we got to chat with Anberlin. It came out yesterday, Friday.
We did.
So by Monday, it'll have already been out over the weekend. So you should check that out.
Yeah.
And, that was with Maddie and Christian. So that was a fun time. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I liked the record.
Yes. I too liked the record.
That's
okay,
good.
go on.
That's good.
Okay.
Now, the one thing that I did not realize when this album was announced was that those 2 EPs that we talked about over the past 2 years, they put them together and they threw 2 songs on there with Maddie Mullins.
They said, there you go. They did the fucking Haley Williams thing, which I was not the biggest fan of. But yeah.
Yeah. They said, here you go. New record. And I'm like, okay.
Is it really a new record if we've heard everything already? Like, respectfully.
Yeah, that was that threw me for a loop, but it's also been so long since those EPs had came out where I was like, this is the way to do it if that's going to be your plan. Like, the first EP came out in 2022, the second one came out in 2023, and 2023 like June, so it's been over a year. So it's like, if you're super into the band and you were super into those EPs, this might come as a disappointment to you. But if you're a little bit more of a casual listener, or just like not a UGP guy, or even just like it's been a year, so you were super into it and then kind of forgot about it because other things came out, like this package is cool. And the other thing that I like is it's not just the 2 EPs stacked
on top.
They actually track listed it out. Because I went, and once I figured that out, I was like, okay, now did they at least put the slightest bit of effort into the track list? Because obviously the Maddie Mullins songs are not like at the end.
Yeah,
There's
no,
second,
thankfully.
And then one in the middle. So they actually took the 2 EPs and blended them together. It's not even like they shuffled around EP1 and then shuffled around EP2 and then still stacked them on top of each other. They wrap these things together real nice. So I'm okay with this. If this is the approach a band is going to take to doing an idea like this, where put out a bunch of EPs, couple it into a record, giving you enough time to like almost forget, is like okay with me. Because like the first time I was hearing it, I'm like, a couple of these songs seem familiar, because like I know
can't put my finger on it.
And then like enough familiarity for me where I was like, I know some of these songs, but not enough where I was like, come on, man.
Like, I just heard this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm okay with that for this for this kind of idea. Overall, I enjoyed the record. I thought the songs that featured Maddie on vocals were fantastic, and in the interview we talked, Steven is still in the band, he's just not touring, but since Maddie's going to be touring, there's going to be some collaboration, some writing with Maddie, bringing him in on some songs, which obviously makes sense if he's going to be singing the songs that he has songs in the discography that are also his. So I 7, super cool song. I like that, it's like, and like literally they say they're entering the Vega era, which I think is fucking badass. I like the
I love when bands fucking
I like the name drop in there. Walk Alone is one of my favorite songs on the record. It's so catchy. But some of my other favorites are Lacerate and Banshee. I really like Banshee because it gives me U2 vibes, and I grew up on U2, and I'm like, I hear U2 in this record, but or in this song. But what I like is really the flexibility or diversity that Anberlin has in the fact that one song can be heavy as shit, and then the next song is this vibey, like, just
slower.
Yes, and like you just like vibe with me for a second is kind of like the feeling. And that they will do that and stack those songs together and keep giving you like that whiplash in a way, and it still flows so well.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely do think that the track listing was put together really well. They did do the one thing that I think we both dislike in albums, where they take like one of the slower songs and they put it fucking smack dab in the middle, which was Banshee. That's why I made the fucking face when you're like, I liked Banshee. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad song. It's just I thought we both would have picked up on the. We had so much momentum with the first 4 songs, fucking Animals, 7, Circles, and Lacerate. Lacerate especially being like fucking awesome. And then it kind of goes into Banshee, where you described it perfectly, kind of just like really vibey and just kind of like slower, significantly slower than Lacerate. And then it picks right back up, which made it okay for me, because usually it's kind of like there's like a little spot where the album dies off a little bit energy wise, but they picked it back up immediately with Nothing Lost, and then Walk Alone, Two Graves, and then with Decoder and the rest of the record, it kind of goes to that
Vibe
dying
with me.
off, vibey kind of thing. Which again, like, love and hate with that, because I think it sounds good and it works really well. But at the same time, I feel like it's a very clear A side, B side thing. So again, love, hate, but it's also like, damn, I kind of wish it was blended a little bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too separated. Like, this is the vibey half. This is the fucking upbeat, more rocky vibe that we have. So I don't know. It's like, I like the songs on it a lot. I think all the fucking tracks on this are incredible. 7 also being my personal favorite, and Lacerate being my second favorite. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like they're too clumped together. I feel like they could have like moved at least like body language somewhere else and then swapped it for something faster to kind of break it up a little bit. But if that's my only gripe with the entire record, I feel like I'm just grasping at straws then, because it's like, oh, they put all the fucking vibey tracks at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else? Like, like, come on. But no, I think it's great. I do. I fucking enjoy this. I enjoyed it a lot. It's funny because I am that person who kind of forgot about these tracks, forgot about these EPs, more specifically because we covered them. I'm pretty sure
We did.
Right? It's so fucking long ago, but we covered them. And I'm sure I liked them back then, but it wasn't in my rotation, so I did forget about them. And then when we had the opportunity to interview them, and we got the advance, and we got to listen to it, I also had the same, this kind of sounds familiar, but I can't really put my finger on it. And then you were like, oh, turns out it's the 2 EPs. I went, oh, whoa, that'll do it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think it was great that they did basically give a second life to these tracks. So yeah, I think it's a great album. I enjoyed it a lot.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Cane Hill dropped 2 new singles, Fade, and then the second single being Fade, in parentheses, Into You.
Yeah.
I thought these were good.
Yeah.
I thought these were great. And I think it's silly that the one that's called Fade Into You is actually fades into it. So it's Fade Into You. So it's just, I wish they just named it Into You. So then it would be fades into you. You know,
yeah, this these 2 songs were cool. I like them. I'm a fan of Cane Hill, a band that, you know, we've heard a lot about, but started covering with this album cycle, and they announced the record with these 2 songs. So stoked for more. You know, we're gonna be getting more. We're gonna be getting a record. So stoked for all of that. And these tracks fucking rock. You know, they fade into each other. That's for sure. You know, they make sure you know. I like Fade Into You a little bit more than Fade. Ironically, the one that's like Fade Into You is like a little bit heavier than Fade. The whole thing, the whole, I feel like I'm just speaking gibberish as I'm trying to explain these songs.
Why did they name it this way?
but overall, the songs were great. You know, pick your side.
My favorite was Fade without the parentheses, with that Into You, just regular default Fade. I love it a lot. It's really driven. It sounds fucking anthemic. It's big. The guitars are fucking huge. The drums are huge. And I like it a lot.
Hell yeah. Origami Angel dropped 2 new singles, Dirty Mirror Selfie and Where Blue Light Blooms. Nothing like these Cane Hill songs where they the naming scheme. These are 2 separate names.
Two separate, no confusion with
makes it a little easier to talk about these ones. Gami also announced a new record, and they'll be touring off the back of it in the fall. Lots of exciting stuff going on in the Gami camp right now. These songs rock. I like when Dirty Mirror Selfie gets heavy.
Gami has been fucking with heavier stuff for a while, ever since Gami Gang. And I remember when we first heard that, I'm trying to remember what song it was specifically, but it has fucking heavy ass chug riffs just in the beginning.
I remember you going crazy.
Because it was like, when the fuck did you guys learn about chug riffs? You guys know about that? That's crazy. And we were both just very excited and happy about that. And then they did the split EP where it was super heavy to then super light, or 2 EPs, one was heavy, one was light. So we kind of knew that they were starting to dabble in heavier stuff, or the blending of their kind of like sparkly, I don't know if they would count as Midwest emo. That kind of like, twinkly little
they came up in that, but they've the sound has moved past that in such a way.
Like, I don't know what the fuck to even call them, because it's like they're not Midwest emo, they're not pop punk, they're for sure not fucking metalcore. So I'm like, it's just Origami Angel.
Yeah, they just doing their thing.
They've blended so many different genres just into their one sound that I can't even fucking classify them as something. But I'm happy that they've now blended heavier stuff, metal influences, prog shit, just crazy ass shit, and they were able to package it up in such a nice song. I'm referring to Dirty Mirror Selfie because that was my personal favorite. And I'm okay with it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is Jagami. I think I have nothing bad to say about this. Big fan.
Yeah, I enjoyed these. Definitely opens up with what I kind of expect with Gami. Talking about in the first song, and then it just gets heavy, which I respect. Like they're not going into it being like, this is a heavy song. They're just like, no, here's the heavy part, and it all sounds great.
Yeah.
And then Where Blue Light Blooms is great as well. They're a fantastic band. And I'm very excited to see where this album's going to go, because I expect nothing but great things from Gami every time I hear something. So I don't expect these to be a bunch of stinkers,
No, it's fucking Gami. Yeah. They never do stinkers.
No stinkers.
No stinkers. Can't Swim dropped a new single, Can't See Straight. I liked it a lot. No, I can't. I didn't expect this at all. I'm gonna be so real. But I think it's fucking great. It's heavy, it's fast, it fucking punches you in the jaw and then fucking kicks you in the gut. It's awesome. I fuck with it.
Yeah,
heavy.
all in a minute and 5 seconds. They do all of that to you. I'm here for it. Heavier than what we normally get from Can't Swim, but they do dabble in a heavier style occasionally. But this is just fucking craziness. But I'm here for it, man. I agree with what you said, and they do all of that in a minute and 5 seconds. So you're in and you're out,
Yeah, I wanted more.
Yeah,
but
the song also didn't overstay its welcome and left you wanting more. So that's pretty rad too.
There you go. Yeah, can't be too mad.
Yeah. Destroy, Rebuild, Until God Shows dropped their new single Malice. I've been really into the singles off the new Drugs record so far. The first single is still my favorite easily, but I really enjoyed the song. It's catchy. They're really on this record, they're really blending the catchy chorus with the groovy breakdowns and shit like that. Like there's groove in the instrumentals while keeping it heavy, but the choruses are so catchy, and I'm here for it. I'm really digging the song, and I'm excited to hear this record.
Damn right. I really fucked with the breakdown, especially. It was very industrial sounding.
Yeah.
And it made me go, ooh. I fuck with this. I fuck with this heavy, because it's such a clean, in my opinion, clean sounding song to then go to a fucking nasty ass industrial fucking mechanical not glitchy, but just kind of fucking clanky ass breakdown. It works so well. I love when there's that fucking hard divide of, yeah, no, we're gonna sing and sound beautiful here, but then there's gonna be a fucking metal ass fucking breakdown. I loved it a lot.
Hell yeah.
Touche Amore dropped a new single, Nobodies.
Yeah. I thought the song was fucking sick. They announced their new record coming out in the fall. And I'm into it, you know. It's this first single is catchy. I'm liking it.
I agree. It had my foot tapping. I liked it a lot. And it reminds me of some of the stuff that was coming out in like 2021. As I said, kind of like that pandemic era. Which, I mean, obviously pandemic was awful, but some of the music that was coming out in that era is very nostalgic for me now because we're all trapped inside. It was a different time, and it's also 3 years ago, so you're gonna be fucking nostalgic no matter what. So yeah, I liked that a lot. It was good.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fit for a King and The Plot and You dropped a new single, Technium. You know, I'm fucking with this heavy. You know, they have already came out and said that they're kind of just doing standalones right now, testing the waters with some different sounds outside of what you would maybe get from a traditional Fit for a King record. So, you know, they were like, no guarantees this is going to make the record, but if you guys fuck with it, it might. So overall, you know, I'm fucking with the song. So maybe put it on the record. I'm fucking with it. I've been fucking with everything. You know, they've put out, I believe this is the second single now in this like, you know, this testing period. And I really, really, really enjoyed that first single. But I think that Fit for a King can do no wrong. So I am here for it.
I agree. I really like this song a lot, and I need you to stick with me for a minute here.
I'm gonna try to.
This song sounds like if fucking Obey by Bring Me the Horizon featuring Youngblood and Rainy Day by Ice Nine Kills had a little baby. And to be completely honest, those are my two of my favorite songs by those bands. So this is all positive, but that's the vibe that I'm getting, and I really like it because it kind of has that techie little riff and whatever going with it, and it's heavy as fuck. So
yeah, that might be the most sane thing you've said after saying, yo, stick with me, man. Typically you say some batshit out of pocket stuff and I'm like, I can't stick with you, but this time I kind of get it.
You get it, right? I feel like it has like a very similar opening to both of those, and then how just the riff kind of goes and then just the groove that it has with it. I fuck with it heavy. I like it a lot. Fit for an Autopsy, not Fit for a King. I thought it was so funny how those were together. Dropped a new single, Hostage. I do enjoy Fit for an Autopsy on occasion. This shit was heavy as fuck. And it did punch me in the jaw a little bit, but I was like, you know what?
I'll take that punch in the jaw.
I'm okay with that because this song fucked. So yeah,
this song did fuck. They announced their new record coming out in the fall. Again, there's so many that came out. I cannot give you months because I might get them wrong. So fall.
Somewhere there.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fucking good. You know, it was heavy, but you know, I was still able to you know, hear what was being said in certain parts of the song, which from a band like this you don't always get. You know, sometimes they'll punch you in the face and then you'll also just hear nothing but rah, 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 rah,
and you'll just be confused with what happened,
which
you're okay with it.
I'm okay with, like, I'm into that, but I do like when my you know, my bordering on death metal starts to get melodic. I'm here for that, you know. Catch Your Breath and Ryan Oakes dropped a new single, Perfect World, which is such a out of left field kind of like
it is
collab, but at the same time it's not that Catch Your Breath has never done a collab like this before because the record had a song with Echo. So like, just did not expect to see these two names together because we've obviously been into Catch Your Breath for a while and have been into Ryan Oakes for a while, but now to see these two names on a song together, it's like our world just collided.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it feels like one of those fucking multiverse ass like Marvel thing where it's, I don't know, it's crazy. I thought it fit really well though. Big fan of both of these, the band and artist. I don't know. I have nothing to really complain about. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I
Good
liked
fit.
it. I'm curious to see where this is going to go for Catch Your Breath. But for now, you know, I'm enjoying the song, and I love this collaboration. You know, I saw it on paper. I'm like, this is going to rock, and then it rocks.
It rocks. Yeah, damn right. Right. Kingdom of Giants dropped a new single, Asphalt. This shit made me want to stomp my feet and like be fucking pissed at something. I don't know what, but it made me want to fucking get angry and punch something, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The new EP coming out in the fall. Yeah, this song got me stomping. I like it. It's probably, you know, we've been following Kingdom of Giants for a while now, and this might be my favorite song from them so far. So I'm excited for this EP. They had a song come out earlier this year that's going to be on that EP as well. So very, very excited for more. Stoked to hear more from them and this EP because the song fucking rocks.
Damn right.
Kenny Hoopla dropped his new single, One Tulip. Little indie vibes here.
Yeah, I think he's done with pop punk.
That's what I gathered.
yeah, no, because he's been like posting shit that only sounds like indie, and I'm like happy for him that, you know, he's doing stuff that like he wants to do. But at the same time, please come back because I really liked your pop punk stuff. This is great. It's like fucking summer vibes, you know, cruising down some fucking sunny ass street, having a good time, giggling with friends type music. But damn, I really fucked with Survivor's Guilt. That fucking album was like, it blew me away. Very excited to see what he does. I'm not mad at him, but I have to mourn the death of that type of project, at least for this near future, and kind of learn to accept this project, which again is great, but like, damn, I'm conflicted. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay, Glory. Yeah, I thought it was cool. You know, the fact that we're away from pop punk and into indie, and the song still rocks. You know, is a testament to how great of an artist and a songwriter he is. So, you know, I'm signed up for it. I'm here. We'll be following along. Absolutely. And I'm expecting to enjoy whatever's next because I did like this song.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. Bad Flower dropped a new single, Detroit. It's not. I don't think they pronounce it that way, but you know. Detroit. What? Isn't that something? That's something, right?
Don't ask me if it's a reference to a TV show or a movie. I wouldn't know.
Something out there.
I thought this song was cool. I dabble with a little bit of Bad Flower occasionally here and there. I liked the song. I thought it was good.
I thought it was great as well. I'm sorry for making a reference that I don't even know what it's from, guys. Great song. I like Bad Flower. Always happy to see them in the playlist.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Teenage Jones and Between You and Me dropped a new single, 1-800-Painless. I thought this song was solid. You know, I have heard of Teenage Jones, but have never actually checked them out. Obviously, I've heard of Between You and Me. We've had them on the podcast a bunch. But, you know, I think that this song is cool and makes a lot of sense. A rad collaboration, and excited for more from both of these bands, obviously, to continue following Between You and Me and to get on this Teenage Jones train.
Yeah. Did they just make the song of the summer? Yeah, they did. No, this song fucking bangs. I love this song a lot. This is also my introduction to Teenage Jones, and damn, what a fucking strong start. Incredible. And yeah, I think you can tell that it was all of the brains and minds of both projects coming together for this song, instead of, we wrote this part, you sing it. It definitely it doesn't sound fully like a Between You and Me song, but there are little hints of it. And I guess this is what Teenage Jones sounds like. Again, this is my introduction. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Memphis May Fire dropped a new single, Necessary Evil, not the Motionless in White song featuring the guy from Korn. Completely different song.
I never thought that there would be a podcast where we talked about Maddie Mullins twice, but here we are.
Right. It's kind of fucking silly, right?
I'm here for it though. yeah, I think that this song rocks. It definitely, this is the, now all of, you know, Matty Mullins and Cody from Wage War are very good friends, and they write together a lot. Most of the songs are co-written with Cody. This is the first one where I'm like, I hear the Wage War influence on the song. Like, I hear the new record on this song, and that's okay, because I like the new Wage War. I've liked all the new Memphis May Fire, so that's okay. But this is the first time where I'm like, and Cody writes so much, and like you'll know like a Cody co-write when you hear it, because he's got his style, but typically that style is not directly what feels like a rip off of a Wage War record. But this one felt like a couple of cuts off of the new album. So maybe, you know, he was deep in the album writing process when Matty was like, yo man, you want to co-write today? And you know, he just spit out a Wage War B-side with Matty. But I'm okay with that, because I like Wage War. I like basically 90% of what Cody touches in terms of writing, and this is no exception. And you know, and Memphis May Fire, you know, makes it their own. You know, obviously Matty and Kellen wrote with Cody, so it's not like it was just Cody handing them a song. So it's still got that Memphis May Fire flair to it as well.
Absolutely. I thought this was great. I mean, I thought it had awesome energy. It just fucked. But yeah, I could definitely hear the fucking influence. It's insane. And is everyone doing kind of like that fucking techno ass metal now? Is that just the era we're in? Which is great, because I've always loved it, but it's like everyone is doing it.
Yeah.
Just something to, you know, acknowledge.
MOTHICA dropped her new single Afterlife, the last single before the album comes out. Finally, let's go.
We're so ready.
I liked it a lot. One of my favorites singles so far. And, you know, excited for the next time we're going to be talking about MOTHICA. We're going to be having an album to talk about. And that is fucking huge.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I thought this song was great. Very vibey, very just wandering through fucking smoke again. I don't know. She has such a great vibe for this entire album. I also do want to just point out the cover arts for all of the tracks. She's been fucking crushing it. I love it. I love that the little fucking Grim Reaper is included in like almost all of them. And I don't know, they're just so cute. The pictures are so cute. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big fan. Stan Atlantic dropped a new single, Frenemies. Big fan of this Stan Atlantic rollout that we've been hearing. It's been going fucking left, right, just fucking ducking and weaving and fucking jumping and whatever the hell for every song. And I think it's great. It's because it's all Stan Atlantic, and it still just catches me off guard every now and then. But this one is more the Stan Atlantic that I remember from at least Pink Elephant era, because that was, I'm pretty sure, our favorite album by them so far. But so far, this album, this rollout, is looking to be a little more promising than Pink Elephant. I'm a little more excited for this one than I was for the other one. So yeah, very excited. Yeah,
I'm stoked on this track, hoping that the next time we talk about them will also be the album, which comes out the same day as MOTHICA's record. But you know, we never know if we're gonna get one more single from Stan Atlantic. Right. But yeah, I like this song. Stoked for this record to finally be out, because it's been a long time coming. Rain City Drive dropped their new single Over Me, announced their record coming out in the fall. Well, I told you, man, there's a lot coming out. And it fucking, this song rocks. We're on single 3 now, so hopefully we don't get 7 singles by the end of it. But the album also, I know this because it announced yesterday, comes out in September, the end of September. So we don't have a long time. So hopefully that math doesn't add up, because we've got like 6 weeks. So there's no way 7 songs could come out. But fingers crossed that we don't get the whole record before it comes out. That's all, because we're already at single 3.
Yeah, it's all looking too good, guys. Yeah. We can stop now. I liked this one a lot. It's fucking great. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Song rocks.
Skylar Accord dropped a new single, It's You That I'm Missing. Yeah. This song caught me off guard a little bit, because it's not exactly what I expected from Skylar Accord, but I do think it fits. It's very vibey. It's very him. I don't know. It makes sense. I hear it and I go, didn't expect that fully, but yeah, I could see that. I could see that going. I fuck with it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I like this song. You know, first single from Skylar since the EP came out. So, you know, hoping to hear more in the near future. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think that, you know, he's a fantastic songwriter and you know, knocks out of the park whatever he touches.
Yeah, right.
You know, because it's not the kind of music that, you know, Issues came up making, and he's not writing that or producing that with people these days, co-writing that stuff, but everything that he's been touching has sounded great. So I'm stoked for more, and you know, stoked for more stuff that he touches, whether it be his project or other bands that he's working with.
Yeah, a lot of fucking bands. A lot of our friends are working with him, which is really fucking cool. Yeah, love to see it. The Plot and You dropped a new single. Been here before. Not beat down crazy heavy. You know, because Plot and You will teeter this drastic line of not heavy and insanely heavy, and we're leaning a little bit more on the vibey rock song with this one, which is okay. I'm here for it. Not everything has to be crazy. I like it. Hoping for more. I noticed the cover art color changed. So, you know, we've been doing these volume EPs, so, you know, stoked for more. I think they covered the super heavy one with the Fit for a King track.
Yeah.
So I think they said, all right, check. We're good for now. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this a lot. It's classic. It's a classic sound, and you can't fuck it up, honestly. I think it's great.
Yes, sir. I actually just double checked. They announced the Volume 3 EP already. So,
oh shit!
Yeah, they announced it with the song, because I thought I saw it somewhere, but I wasn't sure if it was someone posting that it was going to be announced, or that it was actually announced. I didn't want to say anything, but it is announced. Coming out obviously in the fall, along with everything else we've talked about today. So yeah, that's exciting. Hoping at some point to see a record, because they're doing these volume packages right now. But I'm stoked. Another 3-song EP.
I'm stoked as well. 408 dropped a new song, Sometimes Forever. I thought this was great. Fucking classic ass sounding fucking pop punk track. Made me fucking shake some ass and tap my feet. I thought it was great.
Yeah, man, I'm here for it. I noticed they've got singles stacking already. I know we had Naum come out earlier this year, but who knows? You know, they just keep
ready
dropping.
For round 2. Yeah, right. Right.
Song's great. I'm here for it. Better Lovers dropped a new single, A White Horse Covered in Blood. Announced their new record, also coming out in the fall, along with everybody else. Man. Sorry, again, I don't have dates. So as if you're watching through this in full, every single artist has had an album coming out with this single, and my brain physically cannot hold enough information to remember every single one.
That's fair.
But this is probably my favorite Better Lovers song. You know, we've been following them since the inception, and this is the one that I've gravitated towards the most. So I'm excited for this record.
Ditto. Completely agree. I think that this is fucking awesome. It's a great track, and I'm excited to hear full length.
Hell yeah.
Boston Manor dropped a new single, Horses in a Dream, another fucking horse song. I thought this is great. I don't know. I fuck with the slow Boston Manor. I think they can do fucking the faster stuff, super fucking heavy shit, and slow stuff. So I mean, come on, Boston Manor.
Yeah, I'm into this. I'm stoked for this record. Comes out in September. I know that because it's announced already.
There you go.
Yeah, so stoked for that. And hoping, you know, maybe to hear one more song, but I'm okay with a little bit of mystery, you know.
Maybe one more, guys.
Yeah, but I like this song. Hell yeah. Ginger dropped a new single, Someone's Daughter. Now we haven't covered Ginger before, but I saw them open for Disturbed, and I noticed, you know, they're starting to roll stuff out. So we're here, we're talking about them, diving into it. I thought this song was cool. I wasn't the biggest fan when I saw them live, because I did not get a chance to check them out ahead of time, and I was blown away and kind of taken aback, like thrown off, because like I thought I knew what they sounded like based on their contemporaries and the people around them, and then they were nothing like that. So
Nothing
totally
like that.
different style of metal than what I thought they were going to sound like. So now that I know that and I was able to process that and check out some of their studio stuff, I'm into it. I think this song's cool. I'm excited for more.
I am also excited. I've dabbled in ginger before. I have a friend who's really fucking into them, so of course I've had to listen to some of it. It's great. I really do. I enjoy some ginger.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Lacuna Coil and Lamb of God dropped a new single, Hosting the Shadow.
Hell yeah! Now this is the band that have known about them for a while, but their name most recently popped up in our feeds, our minds when them and New Year's Day were out touring together earlier this year. So I saw that they're starting to drop, and we're here chatting about them. Have actually never listened to Lacuna Coil before, just heard their name around a bunch, so this is the introduction. I thought the song was fucking sick. I hope this single means a record, because I'm here for it. I think this band's fucking dope.
Yeah, I completely agreed. Shout out double kick drums. Fuck with double kick drums heavy. We need more of that, please, guys. It's so fucking rare, in my opinion, nowadays, so I would like more of that. I really liked that part of the song, and honestly, just the entire track, I really fucked with.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I See Stars dropped their new single Split. I just want them to announce the record at this point. But I thought the song was cool. But please announce the record for the love of God.
Song was great. Record, please now. Thank you.
Yes.
goodnoisepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you. The Funeral Portrait dropped a new single, Blood Mother, and also announced their full-length record. It comes out September 13th.
I actually saw that this record was coming out the like hours before they actually announced it, and it was funny because I googled it because I was like, is it actually announced yet, or is this just on my sheet because like it's in the system and it's going to be announced at some point? And I googled it and I saw it wasn't announced yet, but Target was already selling the record, so I was like, look at that. I'm like,
oh my god.
I'm like, I guess they're announcing it tonight.
I hope so.
And then I went to their socials and I saw they were teasing a song that was going to drop, this one. So I was like, I guess it makes sense. It just went a little because it was that Target, and then one other store that I hadn't heard of had the album up already. So I was like, I must have just went live early. So I thought that was funny. But I enjoyed this song. I'm excited for more. That fucking feature list on that record, bro. Insane.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've seen it yet. All I know is Spencer. Who's on it?
There's Spencer, Danny Worsnop from Asking Alexandria, Burt McCracken, that song's already out, and then Eva Under Fire as well.
Shit,
are the 4 features.
There you go.
There. So
fucking crazy, stacked
ass feature list. But yeah, this song's great. I'm excited for more.
Completely agree. I thought the song was great. Right now for me, it's You're So Ugly When You Cry, Blood Mother, Suffocate City. That's my ranking so far. I think this one has like the fucking drive on this song is crazy. I love it so much, and I like the little like vocal fall down that he does. I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna look like a fucking jackass. But I like that. He'll know what I'm talking about. All right.
And for our last topic, Future Palace announced or dropped their new single Decorabia. Very excited about this song. This album comes out in September. I know that one. It's drilled into my brain. September 6th. But yeah, I like this song, and I'm stoked for this album to be out in the world.
Yeah, I fuck heavily with Future Palace. I'm gonna be so real. I'm very excited for this album to be out, and yeah, I like this song.
Oh yeah. Well, as I said, that's all the topics we have today. So you can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram's Good Noise Podcast. Facebook, Good Noise Pod. TikTok, Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, guess what? Good Noise Podcast. All your streaming services, you'll never believe it. Good Noise Podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Glory's got your Patreon supports, your Twitch subs, your important plugs, your Amazon plug, your merch plug. Then we're gonna sign off.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Zari, Jeremy, Pop Punk Apologist, David Arrington, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster Lover, and then Matt again from Pulses. Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. Check out our recording setup in the description. It is an Amazon storefront. We get a little commission if you buy something from it. That helps us a lot. It helps us with some of the supplies that we use that we have to buy every month, or resubscribe to every month to keep the podcast going. So that would be awesome if you could help us a little bit with that. Important plugs. Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, Be Decent Person, Free Palestine. Support local shows. Go to big shows. Support the opening band, the local band. Shit's awesome. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. Mm-hmm.
That's all we have today. I have been Shane.
I've been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Pre-recorded. Bye.
Bye.